Breaking news. Protesters and federal agents clashing in Southern California over recent ICE arrests. This video showing the violent confrontations outside a federal building in downtown L.A. Police cracking down on protesters, declaring it an unlawful assembly, ordering the crowd to go home. This is the second day of chaos and vandalism. Tonight, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem warning the protesters, "You will not stop us or slow us down." All of this as the man mistakenly deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is now back in the U.S. facing charges now, accused of transporting undocumented migrants. His attorney calling the charges, quote, preposterous. ABC's senior reporter Catherine Faulders leads us off tonight.
Tonight, protests escalating into conflict in Los Angeles as the Trump administration's aggressive deportation efforts spark fear and outrage across the country. For the second consecutive day, angry crowds clashed with law enforcement following a series of ICE raids that drew condemnation from local leaders.
You cannot just come into the community and terrorize citizens the way you did.
An ICE raid in Paramount today devolving into chaos. Dramatic aerial footage showing protesters blocking a bus carrying officers. Police in riot gear dispersing crowds with flashbangs and tear gas. The FBI vowing to find people they say threw rocks at law enforcement vehicles. And in New York, video showing this man, which the Department of Homeland Security identified as Joaquin Rosario Espinal of the Dominican Republic. Authorities say Espinal resisted arrest following the dismissal of his immigration proceedings. He and another woman who allegedly assaulted an officer were arrested, authorities say, despite interference by members of the public. The Department of Homeland Security calling for an end to the violence against ICE officers who they claim are facing a 413% increase in assaults when carrying out arrests. The tensions reaching a breaking point just as Kilmar Abrego Garcia arrives back in the United States. The 29-year-old Salvadoran man from Maryland became a symbol of Trump's immigration crackdown after the administration admitted to mistakenly deporting him. The government of El Salvador agreeing to his release to face charges. Abrego Garcia, now the subject of a 2-count federal indictment. Those charges stemming from this 2022 traffic stop in Tennessee, where Abrego Garcia was pulled over driving an SUV with 9 other people inside.
He's hauling these people for money. You got a collar, is what he's doing.
The Department of Justice alleging Abrego Garcia was part of a human smuggling ring responsible for transporting drugs, weapons, and migrants, including MS-13 gang members. His attorney called the charges preposterous, and his wife had previously denied he had any affiliation with the gang. With sources tell ABC News that the decision to indict Abrego Garcia led to the abrupt resignation of a top federal prosecutor in Tennessee. His departure prompted by concerns the case was being brought for political reasons.
Catherine Faulders reporting for us in Washington tonight. Thank you.